Hey everyone! So today we're in my laundry room, and the reason we're in my laundry room is because I realized I've never done a video explaining how I do my laundry. Mostly because it's pretty straightforward, but I do get a lot of questions about it, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and do a really quick video for you guys just to go over what I do. So the very first thing, and the thing I get asked about the most, is what kind of soap I use. I always use a free and clear detergent. That means it is fragrance free and it is dye free. So this is the kind I'm using right now. It's the pods from Tide, but I've used a ton of different other ones, liquid, pods, I've used all natural ones, I've used just a ton of different free and clear detergents, and I've never had any trouble with any of them. So I usually just get whatever is easiest for me to get on hand, and that just because of how my machine works goes in before all the stuff. And then in addition to that, I also include just plain old white vinegar. I get it in big, I think this might be a gallon. Yeah, gallon sized containers of it. This helps reduce smells. It actually more than reduces them, it gets rid of them entirely. So I use, depending on what I'm washing, I'll use a cup or two. If I'm doing liners and stuff like that, then I will use 2 cups. And if I'm doing beds, then I will do, sorry, apparently I can't pour vinegar and talk at the same time. If I'm doing just beds, then I'll only do about a cup, or I'll just fill the fabric softener well with it. I poured it in the drum and in the fabric softener well just so that fur doesn't get in the well there. And then we're just gonna put all the stuff in, which you guys totally don't need to see. I'm washing a combination of things this time around, and I always make sure to shake off the fleece and stuff outside, but it never quite seems to get it totally clean, so you'll see like their stuff will collect along the side of my washing machine, which is okay, because after I finish all of the laundry, I do run a cleaning cycle through before I put anything for us, and I wipe it down just so that we don't get fur or whatever stuck all over our clothes, fur or hay. So, because the cleaning cycle will clean off anything that's left in there, but it doesn't necessarily get rid of the fur, so I just go through with like a Clorox wipe after, or before the cleaning cycle rather. So we'll get all of that in there. This time I didn't actually get to take it outside because it was raining, so I vacuumed it, and I didn't do that great of a job, but it's okay. Alright, I think that's good. I always try not to overflow. Actually, I could put a little bit more over here. I try not to overfill the machine at all, because things won't get as clean if you overfill the machine. It's the same as when you're doing your own clothes. So I try and make sure that, you know, I don't overdo it. This might be overdoing it a little now, but this is the rest of the laundry, so I'd rather get it all in one load. So there we go. That's all in there. And then as for the settings, so for my machine, I always wash on hot. Because that's the best thing to sanitize the liners and stuff with. And then I have my fabric softener setting on. You don't want to put fabric softener in here. I just have vinegar in that slot so that hair doesn't get in it. And then I make sure that that it's on super heavy for the load. That way it gives it, you know, a couple extra spins, and then we turn it on and we wait for it to finish. Alright, so everything is washed and in the dryer. Some cozy items would do better washed undelicate and tumble dried or air dried. I fortunately have had my stuff for a very long time and know that they can stand up to, you know, a regular wash and a regular dry, just, you know, based on experience with the seller I use and the quality, so nothing's fallen apart. So the very last thing to talk about is how to dry your fleece. A lot of people hang dry them, which is perfectly fine because fleece dries really quickly. I do machine dry mine, but I do it on low. As you can see here, if you do it too high of a heat, you'll melt your fleece, which I have done in the past, and it's not great. You can also fluff dry them or tumble dry them, depending again on what you're washing. Some cozies do better on more delicate settings. So yeah, you don't even need a lot of time. Mine are usually dry within about 20 minutes depending on how many cozies are in there. The fleece only takes about 10 minutes in the dryer because they aren't liners, and then the actual liners or the pads that I use, those usually take about 20, and cozies usually about 25. So all in all, I just pop everything in there for about a half hour, and then it's typically done depending on how full my dryer is. Keep in mind not to use anything scented or any fabric softeners, whether that be liquid fabric softeners, those pellet fabric softeners, or even dryer sheets. You don't want to use any of that stuff with your fleece items, because then they'll stop wicking urine properly or wicking fluids properly. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you all in my next video.